Hello everyone, welcome to part 130 of Laravel 9 series in which we are creating the multi-vendor e-commerce website. So we will continue working on the one-page checkout. In the last video, we have seen that we are able to create the delivery addresses table. So we are going to work on the first part, that is the multiple delivery addresses. In the last video, we have able to create the delivery addresses table. Here you can see, and we able to add two of the delivery addresses with the help of Cedar. Okay, so now in this video we are going to start working on this. We are going to convert this HTML to the blade file, blade checkout blade file of the Laravel. Okay, so this HTML we're going to use that we have taken from our multi-vendor eShop template. Okay, so this one we are going to convert first of all to over the blade file, and after that we will dynamically start working on these things. We are going to first working on the multiple delivery addresses. These two delivery addresses we are going to show up here, and after that we are going to show the form as well. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to close the earlier files first of all, and uh, so I'm going to work on it. So I'm going to create the route, in fact, okay, route for the checkout page. Okay, so for the first time we're going to create the route for the checkout page, and we're going to create under the auth. Okay, because this is not accessible. This is not accessible. If someone will try to access the checkout page, he needs to log in first. Okay, he needs to register and log in first. Okay, he needs to log in and add product to cart. Only then he can able to access the checkout page. Okay, so we are going to put under the auth group. Okay, you know, the middleware auth group in which all the routes are protected. Okay, no one can able to update no one can able to open these routes. User needs to log in first, only then they can able to open. Okay, so here I'm going to make it like checkout and route, and this time we are going to use the match route. Both get and post will come up here. Okay, get as well as the post method we're going to use. Okay, so we will make its URL as the checkout only, checkout, and we're going to create its function ProductsController, and we're going to name its function as well with the checkout. Okay, so we are going to create the function in the ProductsController file, ProductsController located at the front, and we will go down, and at the bottom we are going to add its function after this one, this apply coupon. We are going to create the function at the last, public function checkout, and this function is both get and post. Okay, we're going to do it like this, and here first of all we are going to have the card item. Here we are going to show the card items as well. Okay, so we can fetch the card items, but first of all we will just need to make the layout ready. Okay, that card items we can use later on. Okay, so for the layout we will make the blade file, and we will do like this: return view inside front. We are going to create inside products, and then we are going to create the checkout blade file. Okay, we are going to create this checkout blade file under front end products. So I'm going to open my project here, XAMPP entry docs inside personal is inside ecom 9, then resources, views, front, under front products. Okay, inside products I'm going to create the new file. In Mac we need to create the file like this, but if you are in Windows, you know how to create the new file. Okay, you can go inside the folder and you can create the new file in your Windows. Okay, but in Mac I need to create it like this, touch, and now the file name is checkout.blade.php. Okay, so this is the file that I will create, and now I will open this file here in checkout.blade.php. I will get its HTML, gets its design from some other file like card.blade.php. I'm going to copy this all content here and we'll paste it here because it will help us. I'm going to remove the product model, though at the top we just require the just main content here. Here I'm going to make here the checkout. Just the internal part I'm going to remove. This one is not required at all. This card page, this is middle content. Middle content we are not going to have. Okay, we are going to remove this one, middle content. and I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this checkout, this design, that HTML of the checkout will here, okay, so that I can able to see that which part I need to copy from the HTML to the blade file. So we require only the checkout part, this middle content part, okay. So you can see here this part we require from the page introduction wrapper to the checkout, okay. Header footer we don't require, so I'm going to copy this one only, and we'll do it once again, we'll do it like this. And you can see here page introduction wrapper and then checkout. So this complete HTML we can remove, we can simply remove this one, complete HTML. Just the thing that we will keep only the layout design, the header and footer that is coming from our another file that is located inside the layout folder, and that is the layout.blade.php file that we have created in the earlier part of our series, okay. So HTML we're going to copy here, and then required formatting we need to do here, okay. We will just make it aligned, and now I'm going to see that the checkout page is working fine or not. Here I am going to open the checkout page, but it will not open because it will ask the user to log in first of all. So I'm going to log in with any of the account I'm going to use, and here I will open the users table from where I can copy one of the user to log in, okay. So I can log in from this john2 at the rate of yahoo.com. See these few IDs we have registered from our app, Rect app, okay. If you are not following the Rect app, then please follow the Rect app as well, because many of the files in this series have already updated. You can see the we have the API controller as well, we able to register, we able to log in, okay, and many other things we have done. So please follow the another series as well, so that otherwise you will find trouble, okay. So that is mandatory to learn Rect along with the Laravel, otherwise you can't able to work for the app development. As a Laravel developer you need to work for the apps as well as a backend developer for the app, front end Rect and backend Laravel. So if you can work on the front end, then it's really good for you, you can become the full stack developer. But still you need to work for the backend of the Rect apps as the Laravel developer. Otherwise, see, only web developer nowadays, it's really tough. Okay, okay. For the interviews, for the job, whatever you will do, you are required to work on the apps as well. Okay, nowadays. Okay, so let's continue. So I'm going to log in with this user that is registered from our Rect app, okay. So I'm going to log in with this one, and we'll see that if we can able to open the checkout page and see we able to log in. I don't think that we able to log in. Yeah, we able to log in, but I think no, still we not able to log in. We will try once again. Customer login, and I'm going to try with some other ID. I'm going to try with this ID. Let's see. I'm going to try with this ID, and 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now I'm going to try here, and now this time we able to log in now, and I'm going to add now one of the product I'm going to add into our cart, okay. So we can add one product here, medium, add to cart, and here we have reached in our cart page. You can see that we able to reach in our cart page. And now what we are going to do, see, proceed to checkout is not working, it is taking to the checkout.html. So the links we need to update for both continue shopping and the proceed to checkout. So first we are going to update the links. So let's open the cart.blade.php, and I think in card items the links must be required to update. Here you can see that contour shopping I can see. No, it's not there. I think it's card.blade. Okay, let's and here we are going to do this one. Where are these links? here it is, okay, in cart.blade.php. So we are going to give their links here. In continue shopping, we are going to give the home page link we can give it like this. And for checkout we need to give here the checkout link, okay, slash checkout, okay. So it will again ask you to log in. If I will click on the checkout, because yeah, now the user has been logged in, you can see the user has been logged in, so we can able to click on proceed to checkout. And you can see the checkout page has come up for the first time. We able to embed this checkout page, we able to merge this checkout page, we able to convert this checkout page HTML template to the blade file, okay. So middle content we just copy from there and paste it here inside our design. And now we are going to modify this part. We need to show the delivery addresses as well, so we need to modify this part. So let's see it. Checkout page, let's open the checkout page file, okay. So it's already open here. So now see, we have the design is ready. Now we can open it, and we are going to update the required changes we are going to do here, okay. So this form we are going to update. So we are going to modify this billing details. Here the billing address will not come here. Add new delivery address will come. Add new delivery address, okay. And before that we will add one more h4, and here we are going to display all the delivery addresses that the user added so far, okay. So though we are going to add the conditions here as well, and inside that we are going to add our code and add new delivery address. So we are going to have a look here, okay. So delivery addresses will come up here after the add new delivery address, okay. So let's find the delivery address first of all, okay. So all the user delivery address we're going to show here. There are two addresses that we have added in the last video that we are want to show here. And for that we will create one function here, delivery address. In the delivery address model, I'm going to open the delivery address model, and here we are going to add a function to fetch all the delivery addresses of the customer that is currently logged in, okay. So we are going to have the public static function because we want to use it in some other places. So we will add here delivery addresses, okay. So make sure it is correct. We are going to add it like this, delivery addresses, okay. So here, so first thing is we are going to fetch the user ID, or we can directly give here delivery addresses. Here we can give it like this, and then delivery address where, and here we are going to have the user ID, and here we are going to pick from the auth that is already logged in, user ID, okay. In auth we can have the user ID like this, and that we are going to add. See, there can be multiple delivery addresses of the user, so we can use the get here with the to array, okay. So to array to convert it to array. So arrays are always useful in our queries. So now we can just return this address. So this one we can use it in our checkout page. In checkout page we are going to call this function, okay. So what we can do here, see delivery addresses here, and we can call it like this, delivery addresses, okay. So same function that we can call it here like this, and this one we can send to our blade file, okay, with compact. And here the delivery addresses we can send, but before that we can check once that the delivery addresses are coming fine. Two of the delivery addresses that will come up, show up in array. Let's see, both are coming fine. Okay, so we need to add the model, okay. So that is mandatory to add the model here. We are going to add the model delivery addresses, okay. We are going to add here delivery address, and we are going to add it like this, and then auth also required. Oh, auth is already there. What auth? I think maybe here, okay, here it is required auth, so we require to add here as well, use auth. Now we are going to check once again, but it is not showing any delivery addresses. We are going to see here. Let's go down and let's see that why we are not having any delivery addresses. We can give it here as well. Okay, so because here the user id is 1, but our current user id is not the one. Current user id is 20. You can see the 20 user id. So we need to update the user id that we have added with the seeder earlier on. Okay, at that time we don't know that which user we are going to log in, so we will make it 20. And now we will try, and here you can see the two of the delivery addresses that we have added earlier in the last video is now showing up. So these two delivery addresses we are going to show there in our checkout blade file. Okay, so so now it's working fine. So we can remove this one, do and die. We can remove this one, and now in the checkout blade file we are going to show these delivery addresses. Okay, so now we can code up here. We first of all we need to make sure that the delivery addresses is actually coming. Okay, so we will do the count here. Here I'm going to have the count like if the count that array it's coming in array, we can see this delivery address is coming in array. So if its array is greater than 0, then it means the delivery addresses are coming. Okay, then we are going to show these delivery addresses. Okay, and along with that what we are going to show uh, that in that form, along with that we are going to show this one, not the form completely, because whenever we have the delivery addresses we will not show this kind of form. We will show the option like this. Okay, so what we can do here, I'm going to bring that bottom part at the top, this bottom part. Okay, I'm going to cut this part here from up till, I think, yeah, up till order notes. Okay, up till order notes I can, I think I need to. Okay, so fine, I'm going to cut this one and I will move it further at the top, and I'm going to add it here like this. Okay, and here I am going to add the condition else. Okay, else we are going to show the, if there is no delivery address is added so far, then we are going to show this form, add new delivery address. Okay, and this create account is not required. We are going to have the and if condition here. So let's see, and one thing we need to update here, like delivery addresses, it's fine. And here after that we can show here like add new delivery address, or add another delivery address. Add new delivery address is the better, add new delivery address. Okay, should be different address. Okay, fine. Sorry, we need to refresh here. So I'm going to refresh here, and here you can see the delivery addresses. After that, add new delivery address. If the customer will click on this one, then it will show up like this. Okay, so here the delivery addresses. So here we are going to show all the delivery addresses. We have the array to show the delivery addresses. So here we are going to add the for each loop. We have the delivery addresses array, this array. Okay, delivery addresses as dollar address, and I'm going to, sorry, I'm going to close this array here, and for each, and inside this array I'm going to show all the addresses. Two addresses are there in div. I'm going to show in div. Okay, and I will take the bootstrap class here, like I can take here the control group class, control group, and inside this one I will take one input type radio to select the delivery addresses. Radio I'm going to take, and a name I'm going to take it like the address id, address underscore id, and its value, we are going to take it like the address id. Okay, dollar address id. Here I'm going to take it like this, dollar address, and it's in array. I'm going to take it like this, and also I'm going to take its id as well. So for id, I think we will give it here. Id is also required, so here we're going to make it like address. After that, this one, so it will make it unique id that we require in the radio buttons. Ids are always required in radio buttons so that we can select. And after this one, uh, here the details of that we can show up here, but I think we will add up in a new div. Okay, so that one more div I'm going to take here, and in this div I'm going to add the label here, and inside this we're going to show the delivery address. Okay, and in label also we will give here the class control label. Okay, so now we are going to take here, we are going to show here the complete delivery address, like address name. Okay, so after this one, address, city, state, okay, everything we are going to show up here. I'm going to do it like this: 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then address, okay, city, state, country, and other than country, is there anything else? Pin code, I think pin code and mobile both. Pin code, and if the mobile is also different, then we can also take here the mobile as well. The last one is the mobile. Okay, for mobile we can also put the mobile as a mobile is immediately as well, so we can put the mobile in brackets. Okay, like this. Okay, so now we can see here, so you can see it's coming, but it's not coming in one line, and for that we need to add some style here, like float, float left. Okay, and along with that we are going to give some margin as well. Margin, right, margin we are going to give here 5 pixels. So let's see now. So now it seems to be fine, and you can see the delivery addresses have been added, and we will give one spacing here as well. And here after div we can add here the break, maybe inside or outside we can give one break here, and here we can give it like this, or we can give the break after, and for each here also we can give the break. So now it seems to be fine. Here you can see the delivery addresses, we able to see the delivery addresses of the customer here. And if the customer wants to add, still wants to add some new address, then he can click here like this. Okay, so see, that much information is not required to show though. Okay, we can remove the pin from the delivery address though, to make it slightly less, because we also want to show the edit and delete option. So we can remove the pin, okay, from here, and we can simply give the mobile number. Okay, and like this. Okay, so and if you want to give some spacing, if you think that the spacing is required, spacing also we will give it. Okay, like this. So now see, so now our delivery address is coming fine, and also I think the last comma is not required, this one. Okay, so now for if the customer want to add the new delivery address, he can click here and able to add the new one. And one more thing, see, if the customer is not having any delivery address, like if I will again update it back to 1, then it means the customer does not have any delivery address, and in that case simply the form will open. See, add new delivery address form will open here. Okay, because the customer does not have any delivery address, then see, only add new delivery address form will get open. Okay, add new delivery address, because once the customer will add this address, then only he can able to edit or delete it. Okay, so this option we can able to add. So for now I'm going to add the user ID once again, so that we can able to see his delivery addresses like this. Okay, so in the next video we will work on these delivery addresses for the edit and delete functionality, and we will also add the new delivery address option. Here we are going to add the new delivery address from here. Those things we are going to do, and also we are going to show the order details. So first of all, we are going to place the COD order for our for the customer. Okay, so, COD order, and also make sure that if the products are added by the vendor, then the vendor ID will go in the orders table, otherwise the admin ID will go. Okay, so we will take care for those things as well. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.